What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Julia. In today's video, we're gonna do a little mini grocery restock, and then tomorrow I'm actually gonna film a full day of eating. These are definitely my most highly requested videos, and they're super easy for me to film since I just share everything that I eat in a day. But as you guys know, I am such a creature of habit. I'm always eating the same things, and that's because I just stick to the foods that help me feel my best. And I like being a boring creature of habit when it comes to my foods because I eat the foods I genuinely love. But anyway, we recently moved to a new neighborhood, and our nearest best grocery store for like really stocking up is Publix. We do have a fresh market really close by too, but we did a grocery restock there and then quickly realized that it is not the place to do a full restock because it is quite pricey. But they do have some cool stuff in there. It's more of a place where you just run in if you need an ingredient or two or like a very specific item. So we're at Publix, gonna do a little mini restock. We have a good bit of stuff at the house, but we just need to restock a few of the things I eat every single day. So let's head in, and then tomorrow I'll show you guys a full day of eating. Okay, grocery shop done. I am back in the car. You guys just saw everything that I got, so I feel like it's not necessary to show you everything again once I get home. But that was only my second time shopping at this Publix, and I definitely do not know the store well at all. But I try to still be quick because I hate to be that person like taking up the aisle, taking tons of time to choose something. So if I see something that's on our list, I just grab it no matter what the brand is. Once I shop here some more and get a feel for the different brands and all the different options, I'll definitely have like a better feel for the store and be able to make better decisions. But right now I'm just literally grabbing whatever we need as soon as I see it. But grocery shop complete. Tonight we are doing steaks. The steaks are already out thawing at home, but I grabbed the asparagus, mushrooms, and potatoes to go with that. And then you guys will see everything that I eat tomorrow. Good morning. All right, it is the next day. So as I mentioned, we are doing a full day of eating. And today's full day of eating is starting just like every other full day of eating. I've got my water. I try to drink 4 of these a day. I've got my maple cappuccino. I always thought I made a latte until we got the Ninja Luxe Cafe, and I realized I fill the milk to the cappuccino line, not the latte line. Cappuccinos have a little bit less milk. Lattes have more milk. And I just do a little bit of pure maple syrup in the espresso glass that I brew the double shot of espresso into. Then I pour the espresso in the mug, and then I pour the froth milk into the mug, in case you're wondering how I make it. And then I've got a banana. This is like my pre-workout snack, and then after my workout, I have my real breakfast, which of course you guys will see. Please excuse my frizzy hair, it's a bit humid. Today is technically a zone 2 cardio day. It is week 8, day 2 of my balance program. And typically for my zone 2 cardio, I do an incline walk on the treadmill. However, we're still waiting on our treadmill to come in. So instead of doing an incline walk, instead of really doing zone 2 cardio, I just did an extra long outdoor walk. So rather than just doing my daily 3, I did 3 miles with Scotty, and then I just did an extra 4th mile by myself. So 4 miles instead of my zone 2 cardio. No, my heart rate is nowhere near the zone 2 range when I'm just walking outside, but it's better than nothing. It's better than skipping the cardio completely. At least I got some movement in, but 4 miles for today's workout. You can probably hear Scotty drinking her water. Clearly we're back inside, and I'm about to make some post-workout feta eggs. Once again, nothing new. Breakfast is served, some very crispy feta eggs on sourdough and a side of raspberries. Breakfast is done, water bottle number 1 is done, and I figured since I already mentioned the fact that we're waiting on our treadmill, I may as well give you guys a little garage gym sneak peek. We are not completely done with it, as I mentioned, waiting on the treadmill. We're waiting on another floor mat just to finish out the space because we reconfigured the entire floor plan. And then just like a few other little things, but I am gonna film like a dedicated in-depth garage gym tour where I talk about everything that we have, link everything. It'll be up here at some point, hopefully soon, but we'll do a quick little sneak peek since we finished up the squat rack, cable attachment. Like we have the bulk of it done, just some finishing touches that need to take place still. Okay, these are floor mats. I love them because they're flat. Our last ones were textured. They were great. They got the job done, but they kind of hurt like if you were on your knees or laying on your back. But these are nice and flat and smooth. This is obviously where we need one more floor mat just to finish out the space. We weren't originally planning on making this whole back half our gym. We were gonna do this side, but our floors slope basically like starting here to here. They slope down to the center for, I guess, water runoff on both sides of the garage. So this side was going to be the gym, but instead we decided to make it the whole back half, which I'm really happy about. This bench can obviously move, and then these mats right here are all gonna be like open free space, so we can actually still pull both of our cars in. Our front tires will just be parked on these mats, which is perfectly fine because they're incredibly heavy, very strong, very durable. And then the star of the show, our squat rack cable attachment. We finally got the wrench that we needed to tighten all the bolts yesterday, so we finished it all up. But we are obsessed with this. Like, you can literally do anything. It is incredible. There are 5 different cable attachment points. So 2 down here. These 2 can move all the way up and down. And then there's also an attachment up there. And then obviously it's a squat rack too. All of our weight storage, pull-up bar. I'm in love, and Scotty loves her new gym too. But work in progress. Our treadmill is gonna go on that back wall because there's an outlet in this closet, and then all of our extra stuff will kind of go over here. We'll figure out a storage solution, but this is your sneak peek. All right, it is almost 1 and it is time for what I like to call my lazy girl lunch. It's a tropical smoothie and a Chomps beef stick because I am quite literally the laziest person in the entire world when it comes to making lunch, unless we have leftovers, and of course I just heat those up. But I would say like 9 times out of 10, we don't have leftovers, and this is what I make for lunch. Today's Chomps beef stick is the sea salt flavor. It's really plain, but I think it's honestly my favorite flavor. And then for my tropical smoothie, you guys know the drill: frozen spinach, frozen tropical fruit, vanilla Greek yogurt, some water, honey, and then we blend. And of course, we need a glass straw. This smoothie always makes me laugh because the color of it is completely dependent on how many strawberries make it into the cup. So this one is pretty green, but like sometimes it's pretty red, sometimes it ends up like brown. It really just depends, but it's delicious no matter what. All right, it is way later. I am currently prepping dinner, and you guys are in luck because I'm switching things up. I was this close to making my crunchy chili shrimp bowls. I was actually gonna make them, but with salmon instead of shrimp, but I feel like I always share that recipe in my full days of eating, and it's a kind of gloomy day. So I was like, why don't I switch things up and make a pasta dish? So we are doing my sausage pepper onion pasta. The recipe is on my app. It is so simple, so delicious, super filling. It just never disappoints. And like I said, it's so simple. I love quick, easy dinners. I don't love being in the kitchen for hours on end. Like, I love cooking, but I love cooking simple things. Literally all you do is saute some peppers and onions in a pan. I drizzle some olive oil and sprinkle with salt, pepper, garlic powder, saute them up, let them get softened. Then I cook some hot Italian pork sausage. Typically, I would get the hot Italian pork sausage at Whole Foods, and it was super flavorful. Like, I didn't have to add any seasonings to it. We'll see about this one that I grabbed at Publix. And then boil some pasta, let it cook, throw those 3 things together into a dish and serve. It is so good. I always top with some red pepper flakes for some extra heat, and then whatever cheese you prefer on your pasta dishes. delicious. That's dinner tonight. All right, for dessert, I'm doing an Olipop, and then perfect timing because I actually just got a little surprise package from Masa Chips, and I have heard such great things about them, so I'm very excited to try. I'm gonna do the churro flavor because I feel like that's the best dessert chip with a root beer Olipop. I figured since this is my first time trying these chips, I may as well give you guys my honest first opinion, my reaction. Ooh, they smell amazing. I'm sure you can hear they are so crunchy, which I love. And they're not too sweet. Like, they're still, I'm pretty sure they're corn chips. Traditional tortilla chips, no seed oils, by Ancient Crunch churro flavor. Yeah, they're corn chips. Organic corn, 100% grass-fed beef tallow, regenerative organic powdered sugar, royal cinnamon, Redmond real sea salt. That is it. These are so good. I'm a fan. Now I can't wait to try all the other flavors. All right, that is gonna be it for today's full day of eating. I'm gonna munch on these while I drink my Olipop while we watch some TV. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing today's full day of eating. If you did, don't forget to give it a like, make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you all next time. Bye.